Hey everyone, and welcome to your complete guide for planning an unforgettable trip to the USA. This is a massive country, and planning can feel overwhelming, but don't worry, I've got you covered. We're going to break down everything you need to know, from visas to packing, so let's get started. First up, the important stuff. Documents. If you're from one of the 40+ visa waiver program countries like the UK, Australia, Japan, or Singapore, you'll need an ESTA. It costs about $21, is valid for 2 years, and you must apply at least 72 hours before your flight on the official government website. For everyone else, you'll likely need a B2 tourist visa, which involves an interview and costs around $185. No matter what, your passport needs to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned stay. It's also wise to have a return ticket and proof of funds, showing you have about $200 to $300 per day for your trip. Now, when is the best time to visit? It totally depends on where you're going. For the Northeast, think New York City and Boston. April to June and September to October are perfect. You get pleasant weather and beautiful fall foliage in autumn. The South, like Florida and Texas, is best from November to April to avoid the intense summer heat and humidity. Heading to the West Coast? May through October is your sweet spot. For the stunning national parks of the Southwest, like the Grand Canyon, visit between October and April to escape the scorching summer heat. And for the Rocky Mountains, June to September is great for hiking, while December to March is prime time for skiing. Getting around the US is an adventure in itself. For long distances, flying is your best bet. Full-service airlines like Delta and United cover the country, while budget-friendly options like Southwest and JetBlue are also great. For the absolute cheapest fares, look at Spirit or Frontier, but be prepared for extra fees. A top tip is to book your flights on a Tuesday or Wednesday, about 3 to 6 weeks in advance, and always compare prices on sites like Google Flights. Don't overlook train travel. Amtrak offers some incredibly scenic routes. The Northeast Corridor connects Boston, New York, and DC efficiently. For epic views, try the Coast Starlight from Seattle to LA or the California Zephyr from Chicago to San Francisco. Book early for better prices. Buses like Greyhound, Megabus, and Flixbus are the most budget-friendly way to travel between cities, especially on the East Coast with its Chinatown bus networks. Of course, the classic American road trip is a must-do for many. Renting a car gives you ultimate freedom. You'll need a valid driver's license, often an international driving permit, and a credit card for the deposit. Be aware that most companies require you to be at least 21, and sometimes 25. And please don't skimp on insurance. The collision damage waiver and liability insurance are highly recommended. Where will you stay? The US has options for every budget. On the low end, you'll find hostels and motels for around $50 to $100 a night. Mid-range travelers can expect to pay $100 to $250 for a comfortable chain hotel like a Holiday Inn or an Airbnb. If you're looking for luxury, brands like the Ritz-Carlton or Unique Stays in National Park Lodges will be $250 and up. Let's talk money. A backpacker can get by on about $60 to $100 a day, staying in hostels and cooking their own meals. A mid-range traveler should budget $150 to $250 daily, which covers a decent hotel, a rental car, and restaurant meals. Credit cards are accepted almost everywhere, but it's always good to have some cash for small purchases. And don't forget about tipping. It's a big part of the culture here. Plan to tip 15 to 20% at restaurants, 10 to 15% for taxis, and a few dollars a day for hotel housekeeping. Your health and safety are paramount. Travel insurance is not mandatory, but I can't recommend it enough. Medical care in the US is incredibly expensive. A good policy will cover medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and more. Emergency services can be reached by dialing 911 anywhere in the country. For safety, always be aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded tourist spots, and keep copies of your important documents. Staying connected is easy. Your home provider might offer a good roaming plan. If not, you can grab a prepaid SIM card from providers like T-Mobile or AT&T once you arrive. Free Wi-Fi is common in hotels, cafes, and public libraries, so you'll rarely be offline. So what should you pack? It really depends on the season and region. Layers are always a good idea. No matter when you visit, comfortable walking shoes are non-negotiable. For summer, bring lightweight clothes and sun protection. For winter, pack warm layers, a heavy coat and waterproof boots. Don't forget a universal power adapter. The US uses Type A and B plugs, and a portable charger is a lifesaver. Finally, a little bit about etiquette. Americans are generally friendly. A smile, a please, and a thank you go a long way. Punctuality is appreciated, and tipping is expected for service. Try to respect personal space and avoid being overly loud in public. Keep in mind that cultural norms can vary by region. The Northeast is fast-paced, the South is known for its hospitality, and the West Coast is famously laid back. To wrap up, let's look at a quick last-minute checklist. A week before your trip, confirm all your bookings, notify your bank you'll be traveling, and print your documents. 3 days before, check the weather, finalize your packing, and charge your electronics. The day before, check in for your flight and get a good night's sleep. Then, all that's left is to head to the airport and get ready for an amazing adventure. I hope this guide helps you plan your dream trip to the USA. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel guides. Thanks for watching and safe travels.